Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio. I don't have anything prepared for a journal with me today, but I did finish the If Walls Could Talk Volume 2, The Old Farmhouse, and so I wanted to do a flip through of that so I could get it listed this evening. So this is my chunky little journal. And overall, the dimensions are about 4 3/4 by 7 1/4, and it has a 1 1/4 spine. So it is an old book cover that has 2 signatures, and it's a floating spine on the inside. In other words, I didn't sew it through the outside. And it just has a old vintage key, a flat key for the closure on the front, and then I just put a grommet in the back, and I just tied some twine onto both sides so you can tie a bow. And so that's how it shuts. You can see it is a little bit of a gator mouth. I know that shocks you coming from me, but it still does feel really good in the hand, and I love this size journal. I think it's a really good size. So when you open it up, on the inside, I left the original inside covers here because they were in good shape and they had a nice yellowy tint to them, so I did leave those. And then this fabric is, what's holding the signatures in, and I just trimmed it out with some lace. And you have a pocket here with a little photo in there. And this is a short page. So on the back, you have another little abandoned house. And there's quite a bit of old ephemera in this one. This is from old, like where you could order patterns for making different things. In it's early 1900s. That catalog is. So then we have a pocket here that is a bag, and it has a pocket in the front, and a pocket here, and a pocket behind. And this is original ephemera as well. And I trimmed that out with a little bit of lace. And you have some 1906 almanac here. And then here's our little seed packets we did the other day with the shaker, and the original, or a copy of the original seed order form and envelope. And I put just a rusty paper clip on there to hold that on with a little piece of vintage lace on there. We've got some sheet music here. Old wallpaper digital. Over here, we've got a belly band with an original invoice, and I'm going to be real careful. This is from 1932. It is very crumbly, but I thought it was pretty well protected in there. Here we've got another digital photo. This is part of an apron. And then we've got this original ad here for some chicken. And we've got the children's writing paper. We've got some tea-dyed grid paper. This is from my Montgomery Ward catalog. Here, some more digital paper. This is another little short page, and it's just got this little cluster on here. It's got some stamps and some tickets. And then here's the center of the first signature. It has another wonderful abandoned house photo. And then advertising for some overalls. More Montgomery Ward catalog. And then this is an original advertisement as well. And I just made that kind of a flip out. And there's the writing paper and the grid paper. And then over here we have a piece of my embroidered sampler. This, I think, is Tim Holtz. No, that's original. I was thinking that was that woman that's on a card, but no, this is original. Vegetable compound. Yours for Health, Linda Pulcom is what that says on the bottom. And here's just a little journaling card that's kind of collaged. Stuck in there. With a belly band that has some of, this is Amy's peeling paint and roses. It's just a piece of it that I've put on here with some crocheted lace and a little applique button and pin. And then we have, skipping several pages here, some more digital, more music paper, and also it's backed with some newsprint. Digital wallpaper, and here's a little spread for the daughter, and she shows horses, and so this is her and her horse. And I thought this print, which is by Sam Poole, matched kind of her little shirt, so I put that behind there. I thought that was cute. And then there's a tag behind here. And then there's a tuck here that's made with the photo. And this is original. This is credits for the quarter. It's an attendance award. And it's from 18 something because it says quarter, 18 and has a blank so you can fill it in. So that's very old. Behind it is a glassine bag pocket, and in that there is an original 5th annual Creston High School public speaking class. I guess they had a program or a dinner, and it's the menu and kind of the program, you know, who's in the program that they were having. So, and that just slides down in this little glassine bag. Like that. Okay, here is more of the almanac. Coffee dyed paper, digital wallpaper, another little short page. This is Amy's peeling paint. And then we have our little envelope with Velcro closure. This is made out of a brown lunch bag. And then over here we have, this is a photocopy of the marriage certificate that I have, and I just tore it, part of it, and folded it up and put it in the pocket. And I made the pocket with the glassine border paper, which I thought came out really cute, and it makes a great noise. If I can get it back down in there now. Here we go. Okay. More of the little how-to book that you can This one has plans for different things on it. And over here is Farm and Home. There's weed cutters and well pumps and stuff like that. Another wallpaper digital. And then we have some music paper. We have this little pocket that I did, and it's got Tim Holtz. I think this is Tim Holtz. This may be 49 in Market. I think this is 49 in Market. It's just a seed catalog advertisement for seed catalogs in there. And it's on coffee dyed graph paper. More old wallpaper digital. More almanac. Children's writing paper. Here we just have a little photo that I stamped. It says flour feed, corn and meal. And then in the back it has a tractor with a little thrashing tool or something on it. And then this is original here. And more newsprint. Coffee dyed paper. This is out of Montgomery Ward catalog. It's for fabrics, different kinds of fabrics. More peeling paint. Digital. And then over here we have our little spread that I did last week with the bees and the honey. And then this is the center of the second. It has this old Great Barn on it. This is an original bakery coupon. And then underneath that is our little bee envelope. More peeling paint, more Montgomery Ward. Coffee dyed paper, newsprint. This is original. This is from 1911. This little advertisement here. And actually, I think that is not. The book is full of advertisements. The ad was from 1911. I don't think the actual book is that old that I got it out of. It's a book that has like all kinds of replica advertisements in it. And I want to say that it was printed in the 60s maybe, if I remember correctly. And then I have just another flip up, one of the photographs of a farmhouse there. And then this is a little envelope that I won't take it out, but it does have a little card in there that has a cow on it. And then I made this little collage tag with all the cows and the florals. And this is Tim Holtz wallpaper here. And that's the back of the wallpaper digital. More children's writing. Here's another little just tuck area. And I stick my picture down in there. I always have the habit of sticking these in here too soon. Trying to move through a journal and they get stuck. But this will come out. If it's stuck, it's not stuck by much. I can tell you that. You just have to fiddle with it. But it's just the same pool photo that I stuck down in here. Apparently really well. But I'll fiddle with that so you can get it out. And it's on an almanac page. And grungy wallpaper. Another piece of the grid paper, music paper. And this is the last big spread. And it's got another abandoned house with a little kitty cat that's got a tuck right here if you wanted to tuck something behind it. Then on this side we have the mother. And she has behind her some tags that have some granite ware on them. And then I put some little granite ware spoons down here. And then this is from the subscription, you know, where you can get the plans catalog. And this one is old, very old. And then the last little part page there of the wallpaper. So that's it, the whole kit and caboodle. And like I said, it is a little gator mouth, but I just finished it, and I do think that it will flatten out some once the paper has some memory to it from being closed up. But you know, it is quite chunky. So that is that one, and I also wanted to show you the start of my next one. I have been wanting to do a Sherlock Holmes journal ever since Amy came out with her Sherlock Holmes Carol case last year, and I'm just now getting to it on my list, and so I have started it. This is made out of Amazon packaging, so if you can hear it, it sounds really cool. And the cover is kind of a woven fabric. It kind of reminded me of a man's suit kind of thing, or a vest or something like that. So that's what I chose. I'm still going to wrap something around here, but I haven't decided what yet. I thought that I had some faux leather, but I haven't come across it yet. I'm pretty sure that I do. I'm not sure what I did with it. But anyway, so I made the cover and covered it with this. And then my thought is, I've got all these really cool vintage leather buttons. And so I think I'm going to do something with those once I find what I'm going to do here. You know, I'm thinking about maybe putting them down the side here or something like that. I didn't want to go the typical cover, you know, where I've seen a lot of them have the door on the front or have the silhouette of Sherlock Holmes. I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be kind of, you know, manly on the outside, but not scream Sherlock Holmes on the outside. I did put book corners on the corners. On the inside, I put the coffee dyed grid paper because I really love the way that crinkled up when I put it on there. And also it didn't take away from the texture. And I just put that on with matte gel medium. And then I made these two little pockets in the front and flipped the corners down and put this little button. So if you look at the front and back, it looks kind of like a shirt collar. Hope you can see that. It's going to have two signatures in it. They are in the Midori style, so they can come out, but they are sewn together. So if I wanted to take this out, I can take it out and work on it because it is sewn together already. And in the center, I put Amy's envelope, and I have two sets of digitals that I'm using for this one. Actually, three if you count an ephemera digital. I'm using Amy's Sherlock Holmes Carol's case, but if you notice, that case, or that kit that she has is for a long skinny journal, and I didn't want to do a long skinny one, And so I just left I folded the papers in half, but I cut them to a height that was different. So everywhere you see Amy's papers, it's going to be about an inch or so narrower than the rest of my papers. And I love the way that came out. So if you are not, love this kit, which is a beautiful kit, but you don't want to do a tall, skinny journal, you can very easily cut these papers off because most of them are collage papers anyway, or the images look like collages, and so you can cut them off and still have a really nice effect for a journal. So what I did is I printed them front and back, and then just trimmed them down. I intentionally made like 3 different sizes of papers because I didn't want it to be uniform. I don't like when the pages in a journal are all uniform. So that's one kit that I'm using. This is just scrapbook paper, one-sided scrapbook paper that I coffee dyed. It normally has just I think I have a scrap piece left. It normally looks like this. And I believe I got this at Joann's. And I just coffee dyed it. And I like the idea of doing some florals with Sherlock Holmes so everything is not, so masculine. I like throwing, not that flowers are necessarily not masculine, but you know what I mean. So everything is, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm sure you understand. So anyway, that's coffee dyed scrapbook paper. The other kit that I'm using is Shabby Dabby Doo-Dah. She has a kit that's called, I think it's called London, Vintage London, maybe Victorian London, something like that. But I thought the colors and the images were perfect. And I think it's Victorian London, or maybe Victorian England. So my bigger pages are from that kit, and I just printed faux tea-dyed on the back of those. This is another piece of scrapbook paper that I coffee dyed, and this is Amy's kit, another piece of scrapbook paper that I coffee dyed, and this is Shabby Dabby Doo-Dah's kit, and that's kind of how I altered through the whole journal. Scrapbook paper, Amy's paper, this scrapbook paper, and this is Shabby Dabby Doo-Dah. So that's the way that it kind of goes through the whole thing, and I think they all go very well together. And then there's the center that I'm going to do something. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put acetate on the back of here and make a pocket so that a big long tag goes here. And then on this side, because my Midori elastic goes right there, I think on this side what I may do is do a flip out here. So, but I don't know that for sure yet. And then the back side of the signature is pretty much, just the other halves of the papers. But you can see both those kits go really well together, and I really like the scrapbook paper with it too. So that is how that is all laid out. And then this is the second signature, which is kind of the same, you know, as far as the way the kits are in there. So this one is fairly neutral, except for, and I'm wrong, I have 2 ephemera kits that I'm going to use, because when I said that it's fairly neutral, that made me think of another kit that I'm going to use. So that is that. I'm excited about getting started with it. I like where it's gone so far. And again, I'll be able to take these out and work on them and then put them back in. And you can also add things in here, which I usually add something. I don't know what yet. In this particular one, it probably will be a piece of ephemera, because, and I put bit corners on it. I may have said that already. The other kits that I'm going to use is I got Tracy Fox's kit, which has all the crime stuff in it. I'm going to use that. And of course, I've got the ephemera from Mamie's kit too that has tags and stuff in it. Oh, and these are 2 of the sheets. Like, here's 2 of Amy's tags. And I thought these big long ones might look good here. 1 in each pocket. After I do something else to them besides just back them. Right now they're just backed with cardstock. But yeah, I think those look good there. And then these 2 sheets are actually backing sheets in Amy's kit. One looks like a investigation report, and the other one is kind of like, you know, has lines and stuff on it. And so rather than making these journal pages, I just folded them up like they were reports. I'm going to grunge them up, and then I'll probably put, you know, one here. I'll have to fold it a little shorter, but put one in each of the pockets in the front. Like one here. So I think that'll look really good too once I get them all grunged up. And the other kit that I got was my Porch Prince, I think. And she had these really awesome plaid tags. So I'm going to use some of these in the kit. Just because I think it goes with the paper, the scrapbook paper, and I think the colors go real well. So I've got those that I can use to take some of the fussy cuts and ephemera from Amy's kit, and also the cutoff pieces. I saved the cutoff pieces from where I cut the bottoms off, and use those on the tags and make the tags interesting, but also put a little bit of color into it. I don't know if I use this really pink one, purpley one, although it does kind of match that page, doesn't it? But we'll see. Inking them up will, of course, tone them down. So, you know, for example, this is one out of Amy's kit that's a journaling card or whatever. It could very easily be a pocket with one of these tags in it and be really cute. So that's my plan. So I feel like I'm on the way to making a pretty cool journal. Like this one, I think would go really well with that. See, I like that. So there won't be a lot of original ephemera in this one, obviously. It's going to be mainly just the digital. Oh, and another thing I have. Can you tell I'm excited about this project? I have these pieces that are from, I don't even know where they're from. I've had them in my stash for a while. Trying to figure out why I got them. I think it was because there's owls in it, in the kit, in these. But look, there's a violin and some books and a lamp and this little fountain pen and ink. Oh, and I also got Mrs. Cog's quotes. Sherlock Holmes quotes to use. So I have those as well. So yeah, good start, I think. I think it's going to be a really cool journal when I get finished. And I have a book. I don't know that I'm going to be using the book because I really don't want to tear it up, and it's, of course, under copyright. But this is what started me wanting to make the journal. This is a book that's actually about Sir Arthur Doyle, who is, of course, is the creator of Sherlock Holmes. But it kind of tells his kind of life story. But it also has all kinds of stuff all the way up to the 2000s of history of, like, people who have played Sherlock Holmes in the movies and all that kind of stuff. And so it's real interesting to read about it. And but it also has, if I can spit it out, quotes from the books, and also gives you a little synopsis of all the books and all the characters in the books. So that kind of helps me put together a idea of how to put the journal together and to make different things. But I found this at Carm, which is a thrift store, for $2.99. So well worth it and very interesting to read. So be on the lookout, guys, when you go, because it's got a little skiff here about Edgar Allan Poe, who of course is my favorite, Jules Verne. It talks about these guys as being kind of like his competition when he was writing and stuff like that. And it also has stories about his childhood and what made him start writing and things like that. So anyway, really interesting book, but again, it's called Creating Sherlock Holmes. So, and it is by, who's the publisher? Chartwell books. And this particular one, I was trying to see, I know I read a date in it. I mean, obviously it was published in the 2000s because it's got, you know, the current British Sherlock there. It says 2010 to present. So I don't know when that show went off or if it's even still on. But anyway, that's it, folks. And I'm sorry I don't have anything prepared to do an actual make right now. Like I said, I've been putting together this journal and concentrating on getting the cover together. So I'm going to get off here now and see if I can figure out where I stored my faux leather, because I'm thinking that would look really good wrapped around there. And figure out what I'm going to do with the cover. I may leave it fairly plain if I can get my leather on here and do something with the buttons. I may leave it as is, but we'll see if that will progress down the road. I'm more excited about the ephemera and stuff on the inside right now, because so far I'm really happy with that. So thanks, Amy, for making a beautiful kit. I'm really excited about getting started, and hopefully you guys will tune in and see the progression as it comes along. Again, I'll be listing the Farmhouse Journal later this evening, and I know my shop is running low, and I'm trying my best to get stuff made and restocked. And thank you guys for your patronage. I really do appreciate it. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. So much, and I love being busy, and you guys are doing a good job of keeping me busy, and I can't complain about that at all. So until Tuesday, when we do another Color Combo 2024 episode, I hope everybody has a great finish to your weekend and a great start to next week. See you on Tuesday. Bye.